So, it's my first YouTube video. I finally figured out how to do it. Um, it's Father's Day 2020. I'm in Graham, North Carolina. This is a rough day for me personally. I have a lot of kids. And they're not with the same person, which makes it a lot tougher. One of them I didn't find out about till 2009. And the other one I just found out about last year. It's my two oldest 21-year-old girls, who I do love. And my fucked upness, they have it, and it sucks. Mentally, I'm talking about. I've always wanted to be a good dad. You know, I was had a wretched childhood, so I never got to experience the whole family thing. And then I was raised in a children's home until I was 18, from my preteen years until I was 18, which I definitely am thankful for. But I also see how the cycle of life continues. You know, I last seen my father back in, I think it was 2008 at my grandfather's, which was his dad's funeral. And before then, I hadn't seen him since forever. You know, he was not present in my life. And for my first child, Jenna, I was not present. I didn't even know about her. Found out about her last year. I always had this like weird, like thoughts, like I knew. And then my next, Cheyenne, I didn't find out about that 2009, and then I went to prison a year later for 10 months. And we've had a rocky relationship. I still love her though. She's a great human. All my kids are. And then my next oldest, Lily, was born in 2006. I haven't seen her since 2009. Not because I haven't wanted to, but because me and her mother did not have a good relationship there towards the end. And that's why I went to prison, because I put my hands on her. It's not nice to do to anybody at all. But I haven't seen her since, not even talked to her. My next oldest is Tolson, my son, my only son. I haven't seen him since I got arrested with him in my arms in West Virginia. And I want to see him, but, you know, his mom's doing what she thinks is best. You know, they have a life. And then my youngest is Molly. And I haven't seen her since September of last year. I'm not a pity party. I'm not playing the victim here. I could have made better choices in my life at the time. But I see it now. I see how it's all coming full circle. I mean, just life in general. I want to be a kind person every single day. I love everybody. I do not see color. I do not see sexual preference. I do not see any about that. I love everybody. But just look how you were raised and pay attention to that. Because if you're not careful, the same will happen to you as a parent. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, one thing that does make me mad, though, and is child support. And this is why it makes me mad. So I just got through telling you that I hadn't seen Lily. And we're going on. I missed her 4th birthday. Yeah. So, since 2006, she's born November 21st. Her and Tolson both have the same birthday, November 21st. I haven't seen Lily since November 21st of, since September of 2009, I do believe it was. It might have been 2010. I can't remember. But either way, I'm going on 10, 11 years. And, but I'm still required to pay child support. I don't see Lily not by my choice at all. I want to see her. But I'm also not stupid, because I don't know what she's been told about me. When I was in my 20s, I was a douchebag. You know, I tried to be nice to people. You know, I was nice for, a lot of times, but I was also a douchebag, very selfish. My ego played a big purpose in my life then. And of course, I'm 41 now, so I can see the difference. But how? How is it okay for a parent to use a child as a pawn? I don't understand that. The court system's fucked up in that. For my son, he has cerebral palsy. And his mom's a good person. You know, she's doing what she thinks she needs to do. But I think she should get more child support than what Lily's mom gets. Not because Tulsa's more important than Lily. Just because of the financial ramifications of it. The discrepancy between the mother's pays. For my youngest, Molly, I love the shit out of her. All my kids I do. I love the shit out of Molly. You know, me and her mother split. And just out of the blue, like I didn't even know. Like, I thought everything was great. But it wasn't, apparently. But like, I haven't talked to her since January 26th. And some of that's my fault, because I was so caught up in my own depression about it that I didn't call for a little bit. Because from what I was hearing, don't make it hard on the other parents. Learn how to co-parent. Because arguing doesn't solve anything. Because me being told that she never even thinks of me whenever I call, that's brutal on the mind. And I know Molly loves me. But then your mind starts thinking, and you fall into a deep depression. So I stopped calling for a little bit, and I've tried to reach out since then, but I get no answer. But yet then again, I'm supposed to legally pay child support, which I'm fine with, but I want to see my kid, or at the most talk to my kid, you know. And it's just crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. But this entire past year, I've went through this massive transformation. on the inside, and it's been brutal. A lot of times stared at myself in the mirror and realizing how big of a piece of shit you were in the past still holds weight in the future. But I don't believe in hanging on to the past. I don't, because I think it drags down your potential. I acknowledge it, and I forgive myself for what I've done. I don't even know what I'm all going to talk about in this video. I have no idea. It just sucks being Father's Day. And I've talked to one of my kids briefly today. Hopefully we talk again later. Because there's not a single perfect person on this world. There's not. And we all have different opinions and views. But at the end of the day, we all have feelings. People mess up. But that's also a matter of opinion. I haven't been in trouble in a long time. But I have been in trouble by the laws. But I would say 90% of my crimes I have committed, I felt justified in them. In some way, shape, or form. And not all people are going to believe that, or agree with it. Which is fine, because we all have different opinions. But we can still like each other. We can still be kind to each other. And all this stuff going on in the world with the racism. If you're racist, you're a fucking asshole. It's plain and fucking simple. People walk around saying the N-word to people who aren't media-based or what we're taught related to that word, and they make the comments of, well, there's the N-word of all races. Why can't you just can't say that there's bad people in all races? Because there are. But we're all one race. You can't see color. I mean, seriously, you can't. You can't. You are such a douchebag if you proclaim yourself to be this just righteous, religious, loving person, and then you go hating on people, and then use the excuse, well, I wasn't made perfect. I'm forgiven. No, that's a load of horse shit. I think Donald Trump's a piece of shit as a human being. And I think the United States of America is a greedy country. I do. Greedy. People put so much emphasis on money. What the fuck does money give you? Nothing. Because you know what? I've had it and I've not had it. I've had it to where I was dirt fucking poor and barely eating at all. And I've had it to where it was okay to go on a random Tuesday or Saturday to Walmart and drop $600 and it not be a problem. And you know what? I wasn't happy. Money don't make you happy. Money ain't nothing but numbers, and numbers don't end. If you go chasing numbers, then you're never going to be happy. Bob Marley. And then people come out with all lives matter, which I said that a couple of years ago when a lot of this stuff started first happening, but I didn't realize the effect upon my words. Yeah, because all lives matter. But you know what? Let's talk about color for a second. Being a lighter shade person, we have no idea what it feels like to be a darker shade and what they've went through and what they still go through this day. I'm not even going to pretend to speak on it. The looks that they get, the labels that they get. You know, hell, look at the labels that lighter shade people like me get. We get labeled racist, entitled, you know, and if you look at the statistics based on banks and loans and the criminal aspect of it, a person that has a darker skin complexion than me is treated differently. And that's fucked up, majorly. But I don't know. But I'm glad I figured out how to do this shit. Because I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, and I don't care if nobody likes it. It makes me feel better. And that's what it's about. Just living each day. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, just live each day. Who cares about others' opinions? Opinions ain't facts. People need to learn that. Everything in this world is based on an opinion, just about. Right and wrongs based on an opinion. A lot of people, let me give you an example. I caught an embezzlement charge in 2012. Why did I do that embezzlement charge? Well, I was working about 90 hours a week. Couldn't refuse to take the day off, where I'd lose my job, because I had, you know, that title of upper management. And big corporations put that thumb down on you when you got that title. And I was miserable. And I worked 72 straight hours one time. Straight. The only one. The only person there. You know what that does to your mental capacity? No sleep for 3 days in a row. Not on drugs. I was working. Couldn't leave the store, I was told. And yes, it was 24 hours. But I lost it, you know, and I started diving deep into my, you know, to my darkness. And once your brain is triggered on something, even if you know it's wrong, the lack of sleep, you rationalize it. You start rationalizing the reasons why you should do it, you know. But anywho, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to rewatch this video and see how fucked up I sound. Maybe I'll get a little bit better at this. I don't know. But I love you all. Be kind.